want to thank you for joining me today. And before we get started, as always, all the messages that are released on this channel are my truth. That is exactly what it is and what it always will be, and that is my truth. Now, my truth consists of a bunch of experiences that I've gained clarity from, which ultimately took me back to the real me, which is truth. Now, when I try to convince you that my truth is the gospel, however, my truth is the gospel for me. Now, does that make it the gospel for you? Nor will I ever try to make it the gospel for you. By me being on this platform, I am simply placing breadcrumbs on a path that I have already walked. Now, if you find yourself on a similar path and you resonate with said breadcrumbs and you say, you know what, I like that, I want to follow that, and that's cool. If not, that's cool as well. My purpose is to assist those who are ready to get out of their own way. So today I wanted to dive in, just a quick message on cause and effect. And like a lot of these messages that I put out, everything's going to relate back to energy, because everything is energy. Everything is energy. And the more you understand that, know that, the easier life will be if you move from the universal laws and just know how energy works, because it's a law. It can't be, it's the universal law. So if you look at the Kabbalion, that's one of my, I like that. It's a very good book. And that was on the Hermetic philosophy. So you're talking about the universal laws. And one of the universal laws is causation. So causation is every cause has an effect. Every effect has a cause. Everything happens in according to law. Chance is but a name for a law not recognized. There are many planes of causation, but nothing escapes the law, the Kabbalion. So every cause and effect, everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences. There are no coincidences. You have to realize everything that we see in this reality, which you label, name, it came from a man. It came from a person that gave it that name. That's it. That doesn't make it, that's what it is. It's a label. So we get used to basically trying to go by all these different labels and names and saying that's exactly what something is, when it's just something that somebody came up with. That doesn't make it what it is. And anything that is not known, they try to steer away from, or they just give it a name, don't even know that that's what it is. It is given a name. And that doesn't necessarily make it that. So let's dive deeper into this cause and effect. So cause and effect is nothing more than karma. So in Hinduism, that's what you know it as, karma. So a lot of people are going to know cause and effect as karma when you're talking about this. And a lot of people don't even believe in karma, but it is very much so real. And you'll see a lot of things happening in the world that makes people believe that karma does not exist, because you see all these different atrocities happening and nothing's happening to these individuals and this, that, and the other. That's because we're trying to have it happen to these individuals on our time when we think something should happen. And it doesn't work like that. There are different rules and laws, and some individuals know how to get around these different rules and laws. And that's how a lot of individuals escape receiving karma. Another way you can escape receiving karma is if you're attached to someone who has a high spiritual ranking. If you're attached to somebody who has a high spiritual ranking, let's say you have 3 individuals, right? You're all attached to cousin, brother, and you, right? Cousin, brother, you. Let's say your cousin does a whole bunch of stupid stuff, right? Always getting in trouble, just doing a whole bunch of stupid stuff. Now, if you have love for this cousin, y'all attached, you're really close, and all 3, your energy is attached to these individuals, your cousin might not receive karma because you're attached to him. Let's say your spiritual ranking is high. So if your cousin receives karma, or karma is nothing but the energy being returned to him. That's it. If you've been putting out a whole bunch of negative energy into the world's going to return that negative energy. So if you're attached to this cousin and you're not doing anything, right? you're on the up and up. The karma won't hit your cousin because it's going to hit you as well because you're attached to your cousin. But if you detach from your cousin, you no longer talk, y'all not cool anymore, this, that, and the other. Oh, but trust and believe that karma is going to be served up. So, and I noticed this plenty of times throughout my life, which is why I'm going to change that, is I've always been a helper, right? Somebody in trouble, I got you. What you need? You need this? What's the problem? You know, I was always give, right? But I would notice that some of the times that when these people were doing things, they were receiving karma. So when you jump in to help someone who is receiving karma, you're going to receive some of that karma because it's energy. Now you attach your energy to that person. It's like, okay, well, some of it's going to come over to you too. And I've seen this time and time again in my life with me helping people. Everything was fine. Then boom, life goes to crap. So same exact thing. The last person I dated, she was going through some stuff and I attached my energy to her. Guess what? My life went to crap because she was receiving karma. So I had to receive karma. My life was actually starting to get better from things that I was going through, but then attached my energy to her and then boom, it sunk down because she was receiving karma. It's just the energy. The energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back. By me putting out these messages, I am trying to get everyone to understand, number one, everything is energy. That's number one. And number two, stop being attached to all these different words and labels that are just saying the same exact thing, number one. And number two, if you simplify it and just go from that, leave everything else alone, you're going to be fine. But you're following all these different things, and it's so many different terms and acronyms and this and that. And people you get pulled off the path so easily because there's so much information out there. But if you make it simple, there's nothing that you can do where you can go wrong. So it's just simplifying it. It's like I said, cause and effect. The energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back. So many different sayings, but it's saying the exact same thing. As you give, so shall you receive. What goes around comes around. All these things are saying the exact same thing. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That's Newton's third law. Same exact thing. The energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back. It's saying the exact same thing. We can take it to the Bible. The measure you give will be the measure that you get. That's Luke 6:38. Tell me where one of these have not been the exact same thing. It's just been different words, but they're saying the exact same thing. Hosea 10:13, you have planted wickedness. You have reaped evil. You put out negative energy, you get back negative energy. All these things are saying the exact same thing. I gave you what Hinduism said. I gave it to you scientifically. I gave it to you through the Bible. They're all saying the exact same thing. So everything is energy. So you have to realize if this is what it is, then think about how much power that gives you. Why? This is how I walk around. Everything we do in life is a choice. It's a choice. Everything you do is a choice. So it's your choice how you interact with people. So I give everybody respect right out the gate. Now, if you're disrespectful or whatever the case may be, this, that, and the other, then boom. I just remove my energy from you. I don't pay you any attention. You don't deserve my focus and my attention. I just ignore you. So, but I'm kind to everyone. Why not be? Why be a jerk? You got a choice to be a jerk. It's a choice. But that's jerk attitude is you putting out negative energy. Don't forget, every interaction you do, your thoughts, everything is energy. So if you're putting out negative energy, you're going to receive it back. If your thoughts are negative, you're going to receive back negative energy, because everything is energy. Whatever you send outside of your energetic field, aka your body, you're projecting that out into the world. So now everybody else has to deal with your stuff. So if you project out negative stuff into the world is going to say, okay, this is what you gave me. Here you go. I'm going to give it back. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the way you gave it. If you cheat on somebody, it doesn't necessarily mean that this person is going to cheat on you or your next person is going to cheat on you. Could it happen like that? Absolutely. If the lesson for you to learn to not do that comes from that, then yeah, that's how it would be. I can give you a perfect example of that. Now, there was years of me running the streets and doing this, dating multiple women and all this, that, and the other, right? But because of the amount of betrayal I had in my past, right, I didn't let women in deep in my heart. So the only people that had access to deep parts of my heart was family. So my first true, real heartbreaking experience was done to me by a family member, right? So when I felt that pain, I was like, dang, this sucks. This hurts. I'm like, because I that's the only people that had that level of access where I could feel that. So if my lesson was to feel what I've given other people, that's how it had to come back to me. It wasn't through me cheating. I didn't receive it through somebody cheating on me. No, I received it through a family member. So from them betraying me, because it hurt. Then I felt it literally in my heart. I was like, dang, that hurt. I'm like, wow. And I've said, you know what? I refuse to let anyone feel that from me ever again, because I saw what it felt like. I'm like, I'm not going to be responsible for letting someone else feel that pain due to me being ignorant. So cause and effect. I put it out, I received it back. And it was much, 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 much later. So it doesn't necessarily have to be right away. So you can see all these different atrocities and this and that going on in the world, and you think that karma does not exist. But trust me, it does. It might not happen in the time frame we want it to happen in, but it's going to happen. Absolutely, it's going to happen, because it's energy, and there must be balance. So when this energy is too much out of balance, it's going to be corrected. Trust and believe it will be. How do you think you get these little nudges and this, that, and the other when your person is cheating on you? Because the energy is not balanced. It's not equal. You're giving to the relationship, that person giving to somebody else. It's throwing the energy off. When it throws the energy off, you get that warning signal. But all these different things are just cause and effect. Karma, whatever you want to call it. I gave it to you so many different ways, but it's all saying the same exact thing. Like I said, everything is a choice. So why not choose to put out good energy all the time? Think about that. If you put out good energy all the time, think about what that's going to do for you. Number one, your health is going to be better, because whenever you send something out, a negative intention, a positive, it has to go through you first. Remember that. It has to leave your energetic field in order to go to wherever you're sending it. So if you're sending out positive energy, it's leaving your energetic field positive. If you're sending out negative energy, you're leaving your energetic field negative. So why not put out positive energy? You run across a jerk or whatever the case may be, asshole, don't pay no attention to him. Keep it moving. You don't have to feed your energy into that at all. Understand nothing escapes the law. This is universal law. It is energy. Now, there's little tricks in tricks of the trade how you can avoid certain types of karma and this, that, and the other, but it's still going to catch up with you eventually. It's still going to catch up with you. You're not going to be able to outrun that energy. It just won't happen. So, I'm going to leave it with that. And before I leave, as I said, put out good energy. It's free. It's free to be nice. And you're going to receive that back. You will reap the rewards of the energy you put out. What you reap, what you sow is what you reap. So if you're sowing good seeds into the earth, into the soil, guess what you're going to reap? An abundant harvest. That's all it is that the stuff you put out is the stuff you get back. You should expect nothing more, nothing less than that. If you receive something, it wasn't by chance, because there is no chance. Now, whether somebody manipulated the energy for you to receive said thing, that's on a totally different message. But there is no chance. Whatever energy comes your way, came your way for a reason. So, for me, the energy that's come my way, if I got anything to say about it, it's going to be coming back positive. Because that's the only thing I'm going to put out. I'm not going to deal in negative energy. Because it's a choice. It is literally a choice. So choose to put out good energy. And I'm going to leave it with that. And as always, if you got anything out of this message, I ask that you to like, subscribe, and I will definitely check you in the next message.